Live from the Pin Pad on a cool, crisp, sunny, beautiful Sunday afternoon. You're watching Any Given Sunday, hosted by yours truly, Scum Millionaire. What's going on, my NFL peeps and fans? I've been away for a while, obviously a few weeks, working on different projects, getting it all together. Obviously, like I always tell you, for you, the fans, I do it. I don't do it for anybody else. I also do it for the gamblers, of course, if they want some spreads and some help, but it's mostly for you, the fans, something to enjoy, something to talk about. As you know, I always repeat it, and I'm always going to say it, my love and passion for the game of football. So today it marks the midpoint of the season. I always say this is the biggest stretch and the most important stretch of the season. Why? Because we basically see who is pretenders and who are our contenders. You know, at the midway point, you see who's going to really make a mark, really separate themselves from the rest of the league, separate the rest of the division or even the conference. And we're going to see the ones that are on the bubble. They might make it. They're playing well, but they're gonna have to have a lot of work cut out for themselves. And the other ones, well, we know basically they're garbage. Throw it in the recycle bin. Like my Dolphins, obviously, every year they start off strong. Well, not every year, and then they fade out. You know, it takes time though. It's very hard to be a consistent winner, to be like the Patriots, consistent winners week after week, season after season, and you know, year after year. So it's, a lot of teams are you know, in the long haul, they like to take it slow to rebuild. Some people like to win now. You know, most of the owners are not very patient. These are billionaires. You know, they pour a lot of money into these teams and their stadiums, and they make a lot of money, but their mantra is win now. And I really believe that's the new motto in the NFL. Before it was patience, draft through the draft because it's important, rebuild through the youngsters and everything. But you know what? They like to say that and pretend that's the way to go, and you got to do it that way. But that's not true, because they want to win now. They want that Lombardi Trophy to be hosted by their team, and you know, they want to be their franchise go up another 10 to 15% and worth $3 billion. So enough about that. Enough about the babbling and talking about the owners. We're going to concentrate on the games today. So like I said, today is the midpoint of the season. We're at 8 games. There's a lot of great games today. I've looked at the schedule. We're going to take a look at it together. So as usual, I'm going to do my rundown of each game, tell you what I think. Then we're going to go my lead pipe locks. This week I have lead pipe. You cannot miss. You have to put the house on these picks. I'm telling you, I'm going 4-0. 4-0, folks. Quote me. You can throw in my face if I don't. I'm going 4-0. Last week I went 4-1. This week is a banner week. It's going to be the lead pipes millionaire locks of this season. Do whatever you have to do. Scrape together money. Gamblers, you're going to thank me later. Tell you, this is going to be the week. So we're going to go for my signature always shot. Yep. Here you go. Some nice eau de vie. And a nice beer, Corona, to wash it down. That's great. It's a really beautiful day. Considering all the weather we had this week was yucky, horrible, rainy, muggy, cold, damp, just type of weather you want to stay home and do nothing, just watch TV. Well, today, we're out in the spa, the beautiful weather. I have my sunglasses on, and we're ready to tackle on the games. We're ready to talk about football. Let's do it. Let's get to the business, as they say. All right, let's get my sheet. Love this. This is what it is. This is all about the NFL. Enjoy it, folks, because in 8 weeks it's going to be over. Well, except for the playoffs and the Super Bowl. But by mid-December, come November's finished almost, it's going to start. And it's going to come around, and then it's going to be December, and January you're going to be begging for more NFL action. All right, let's get to it. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Baltimore -1. Basically, it's a pick'em. Pretty much even. I like Pittsburgh in this one. Baltimore lost last week. Got trounced by, I think it was Carolina. Pittsburgh beat Cleveland. It was an easy one, walk in the park. Always a classic, this Pittsburgh-Baltimore. Hard-fought games, hard-nosed games. It's going to be one in the trenches. It's both defensive teams. Well, now they're become offensive teams. Back in the days, they were known as defensive teams. Nasty rivalry. Always very dirty. Always very rough. Very physical. But I like Pittsburgh in this one. They're just a bit better than Baltimore. Baltimore started off strong this year, and they've been, I don't know, they fell apart the last few weeks. So I don't know if they're going to see a quarterback change or we're going to keep the same quarterback. That would be a coach's decision, obviously. I like Pittsburgh, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just say Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. The over-under is 46. I think it'll go over, but I'm not sure on that one here. Bears, Bills. This is one of my locks. Bills have nobody. They're pretty much dead in the water. I think they have one win. I think they have a total of, 3 or 4 touchdowns this year. Horrible. They're becoming a lame duck franchise, as I don't know if as bad as Cleveland, or pretty much on their way to becoming like them. I like the Bears. It's a lot to be at -10 on the road, but I think they will overpower the Bills, but I think they'll win by at least 23 touchdowns. Mark my word on it. 38.5. I like the over-under. I like the under on that one, for sure. And Bills are not going to score. Bears have a great defense. Bills, too, have a decent defense. Yeah, pretty much the under. Bucks, Panthers. Panthers -6 touchdown. Yeah, it's about there. Bucks, inconsistent, have a good offense. Horrible defense, no defense. Jameis Winston is not playing well, obviously, turning the ball over, fumbling the ball, so they made a change at quarterback to put Ryan Fitzmagic. Hopefully he can revive that offense and steer it towards a win. I like the Panthers to win. I think they'll cover that 6. It's not one part of my locks, but I do like them to win. 55, yeah, it's pretty high, but it should go over. 35-31, 35-28, because I said I like the 6 points. So 35-28, something like that. Yeah, 63 points. It's there. KC, Cleveland. KC -8 in Cleveland. It's tough to cover 8 points on the road, but then again, when you're talking about the Cleveland Browns, anything is possible. KC's playing their role. They have a great offense. They're doing pretty well. Quarterback is dynamite, man. He has a hell of an arm, a gun. They have a great offense. Defense is improving. It's still not where it should be, but as the season goes along, I think they'll improve in that. I like it, but is it one of my locks? I don't know. That's a good one. It's I'll just say I like KC -8, but it's not part of my locks because it's you never know. -8 points on the road, it could be close. I'll still take Cleveland because knowing that they have a great offense and Cleveland is pretty much lame duck. Pathetic. The over-under 51.5 should go over. High flying, both have flying offenses, not great defenses, so it's a recipe for an over on that one. Detroit, Minnesota, tough game. Divisional games are always tough. A little tip, people, gamblers, whenever you see -4.5 and it's at home, usually the home team never covers that. I've seen it like 95% of the time. Every time there's a 4.5 and they're at home, they never cover that. I don't know why. It's a coincidence. It's a jinx spread. I don't think they'll cover. I think it'll be a closer team. Probably Detroit will be leading and Minnesota will come at the end. 2 good quarterbacks, 2 high-flying offenses. I think it should go over. I like Detroit in that one. +4.5, I really do. So I take Detroit on that one. Atlanta Redskins, the Falcons, Redskins -2. Basically, it's a pick 'em when it's less than 3, home field advantage. It's a tough one. Atlanta is not as good as the other years. They're struggling this year. Redskins are doing pretty well, playing well. Alex Smith is steady at quarterback. A bit more consistently at the position. They have a decent defense. Adrian Peterson is revived. They got that running game going. I like the Redskins at home. At 47, should go over. Not sure about that one, but I like the Redskins at home to cover. Houston, Denver, not a great matchup. Denver -1, like I said, another pick 'em. It's just basically home field advantage pick 'em. Houston coming off a big win against the Dolphins. They look like they could maybe compete for a wild card. They're playing pretty well. These days, Denver, up and down. They're in rebuilding mode. They're trying to find a quarterback consistently at their quarterback position. 47, maybe, but I wouldn't take that one. It could go under, but it could easily go over. Chargers, Seattle, great matchup. Seattle -1, basically a pick 'em. I like the Chargers in this one. Chargers just a bit better. Great offense. Seattle has a great offense too. They're not known for their offense usually, known for the defense, but now they've turned it around and they're known more for an offensive team. Should be an offensive battle. Should be a high-scoring game. 48, I like it over. Seattle, I like Chargers, but it's a tough one on the road. But I like the Chargers in that one. Rams, Saints, that's the matchup of the week. Pretty much, well, the Green Bay Patriots too, but that's a great game. Can't wait for that one at 4. I like the Rams. It's -1.5 on the road, but it's a pick 'em. Saints at home. It's 2 teams. One, the Rams are 8-0, and Saints are like 7-1 or something like that, or 6-1. It's going to be a great game. We're going to see who's going to probably score last. It's going to be a high-scoring game. 56 guaranteed. That's one of my locks for the over. guaranteed put the house on the over. It's going to go almost over at the half. That's a guaranteed one. I like the Rams, but not overwhelming. So I'll take the Rams in that one because they're just a bit better than the Saints. Next up, we got the 8 o'clock game, which is a dandy. We got the battle of the the discussion of the two best quarterbacks, 1-2 or 2-1 or whatever. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. You can argue whatever, who's the best quarterback. But when you look at it, in the end, it's always Tom Brady because when you have 5 Super Bowl wins, 5 rings, guaranteed in a conversation for one of the best of all time. And Aaron Rodgers, he's a great quarterback, but only one, so he has a long way to go. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Green Bay coming off a tough loss last week. They choked it up. At the end, they had a chance to win, to drive, and they told him not to come out of the end zone. And he still did. With a taran, they traded him right away. Good for you. I like the Patriots for -5.5. They should cover. They're just a bit better. Offense, just a tad more balanced. Patriots. Green Bay has a good offense too. They have a decent defense, and Patriots, well, their defense not that great, but still, they're improving week to week. They're working on it. 56, I think it's going to be a shootout, high-scoring game, battle of the best quarterbacks. It's going to come down to the end. Patriots should cover though, -5.5, I like it. Jets, Miami, I just put at the end because it's one of my favorite games because it's my team, but it could be a garbage game too. Ryan Tannehill is not starting, I don't think so. It's going to be Brock Osweiler. It hasn't been too bad, Brock, but it's not his fault. He's been putting points on the board. It's got that goddamn defense. It's soft as Swiss cheese. God damn it, something to do about that defense, man. You got to repair it, fix it, do something because they're getting torched. I mean, it's one thing in the new NFL to score points. Okay, they're putting up points, but you got to stop the other team. Try to do it. They got torched for like 46 points against Houston, against Detroit 32, and then against Patriots 38. I mean, come on, people. You got to score like 28 points, but if you're giving up 38 points a game, there's no way you're going to win. Started off strong, Miami 3-0. Now they're 4-4. I don't know. I said this year they're going to be 7-9 or 8-8. Might be that. They're not making the playoffs as usual. Another wasted year. Like usual, disappointing the franchise. They got to turn it around soon, but I guess the owner has a long-term plan and the coach has a long-term plan. 43 could go over, but I'm not sure because, well, I think it'll go over because Jets don't have a great defense, Miami too. So yeah, I'm saying over. So that's the rundown, the recap of all the games. So we're going to go with our lead pipe locks. So as I said before, like the Bears at -10. I think that's going to, for the cover the spread, I think they're going to cover easily. And the other one, it's hard, the other one, but I'm still going to keep my KC -8. I think they'll put up a lot of points on the board and beat Cleveland. Cleveland, they're improving, playing a bit better. Just got to find a way to win with Baker Mayfield, but they have still a long, long way to go. I like that KC too. So those are my two teams, my two locks for those. You can party them up or take them individually. They're pretty much guarantees. I'm saying lead pipe locks. The over-unders, well, I'm just going to say, obviously, the Chargers, Seattle, there's a lot of Rams Saints. I'm saying the Rams Saints, take the over on that one. I like the over, guaranteed. And also the Green Bay Patriots, 56. I like the over, that one. Those are my two overs. Yeah, usually I take unders. You know, people know me for taking the unders because I can tell by the teams playing. But this week, the two teams that I picked, they're shootouts, offensive-minded teams. So pretty much they're going to go over. So yeah, usually I talk about my scribbling or rant. I don't know, usually I always have something to say every week, you know, and there's always a storyline going on in the NFL and all that, but I don't really have anything to say. As usual, I could have talked about hitting the quarterback, you know, and punishing the linebackers for hitting the quarterback. There's some other storylines in NFL. Trades, I could talk about some trades. So they traded Ty Montgomery, so I don't know which team. He's like an afterthought. They tried, what's that guy from Detroit? Golden Tate to Philly because Philly needed a receiver. They're off this week, Philly. A couple trades here and there. That's about it. Besides that, nothing to rant on. I'm going to enjoy the games today. Hopefully my Miami Dolphins is on TV, but if it's not, we're still going to watch it on the Vaders because we have the box. We're hooked up. Thanks, Ace. Thanks for the hookup. Ace, my man, always hooks me up. Shout out to Ace. What's up? What's going on? Ace, the Jedi Master. Yeah, so we're going to watch the games at 1, and then at 4 o'clock we're going to get some other games, and then 8 o'clock. And guess what? I'm not working tomorrow. That's why I took off, because we're going to enjoy NFL Sunday. I think we're going to take it easy on Monday. Take care. Don't lose the hair. So that's about it. So that was my show for today. I want to thank you for watching, as usual, my devoted fans. Even if there's not many of you, we're always striving to get better, always trying to build a platform. Shout out to Click at the SAQ, my friends, everybody, my colleagues. You guys are a bunch of great guys. Keep up the hard work. You will be eventually rewarded. Hopefully, we're going to be finalizing these idiotic and incompetent negotiations that are going on with the SAQ. Hopefully everything will be resolved. I hope so. And shout out to all you, my fans, my gamblers, everybody that likes to watch me. I hope you enjoyed the show as usual. Take my picks, make money, or just basically as an NFL fan, enjoy the sunny afternoon. I know I will. So today's a beautiful day. You should go outside, enjoy the beautiful sun. I know I'm going to enjoy my spa. And that's it. So I am out. Take it easy. And like I always say, take care. Don't lose the hair. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.